Hello, everyone. Welcome to another vlog. I decided for some reason not to speak here, so hello, voiceover moth. But we're just kind of doing a day in the life, and Joanna's at work, so you're just going to get to see what I do when she's not here. Starting off with making myself a little chaotic snack tray. This is the type of snack tray that would make your girlfriend's skin crawl. She would never make it for herself, but all right, so we're starting off with some trail mix that I bought from Trader Joe's. It has nuts, raisins, and M&Ms. All some of my favorite things, except for raisins. I only really liked raisins when I was a kid, and I will only eat them now if they're mixed into a trail mix. But I would honestly say the M&Ms and the peanuts are my favorite part. So I filled that up about halfway just because that wasn't the item that I was most excited about putting in here. What I am excited about putting in here, as you can see from my fun little dance, is our next item, which drum roll please. Oh, do you see my little chopsticks? Pizza. Now, the reason why this will make your girlfriend scream or cringe is because we got this pizza last Thursday and I'm eating it this Tuesday, which in hindsight isn't a lot of time, but like for me, I'm like, I would eat pizza a week from now. Not a problem. I'll eat it anytime. So I just heated this up and I cut it into small little strips. By the way, it is Hawaiian pizza. Come for me. I love Hawaiian pizza. But I'm just putting it in here so it fits nice, making sure that none of those little pineapple pieces are in the third empty container because that is for my garlic sauce. Have to have the garlic sauce. Love it with any of my pizza now. Domino's has ruined me. So that is all I really was putting in there. I went ahead, I popped that lid on because I'm going to carry this upstairs to my office. But look at how nice that is. Totally a nutritious meal. Next, I have my water. It's in a Walla water bottle. I'm going to go ahead and just fill this with some water. All right, I've went ahead and filled this with my water. So it's just got water and ice. Can't really show you because I don't want to spill it everywhere. So now that I have my water and my ice, I'm going to go ahead and add in my Crystal Light water flavor. So I just put in about 2 squirts of that into my 20-ounce water bottle. And I give that a good shake just to mix it up well. And yeah, that's really all it is. It's really easy. And so now I have my whole little snack prepared. A fast forward to the good part. So this is a little bit later, maybe like 10, 15 minutes later. I made my way back up to my office desk and I'm about to enjoy my snack. I was so hungry and so excited for this. Did a little ASMR on the garlic sauce that you're not going to hear because this is a voiceover. But I love garlic sauce. Just like the smell of it. Delicious. So I am just so excited to enjoy this. Have been really on a pizza kick, and it's not like I get pizza all the time, but lately in my household, we have been ordering pizza more and eating it as a family. As you can see, it is a spiritual experience for me. It just makes me feel so happy. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this. I also have my water, which I'm actually going to add something to this because it's missing something. Can you guess what's missing? I know what's missing. It's collagen peptides. So I got into this because of Joanna. She got me my first collagen peptides. They were the single packets, and I absolutely loved them. And kind of once I ran out of that, upgraded to the bigger container. They I feel like they do so much for me. They help my skin, they help my hair, my nails, and they also help my joints. I have, full disclosure, really bad knees. My knees like to slip out of their sockets. They get swollen a lot because of that. And by using the collagen peptides as well as doing some exercises to strengthen my knees, I have seen such a difference when I do it, but I can't speak highly enough of these. So with this, I have a 20-ounce water bottle. I only put in about like 2.5 scoops, and then I'm going to stir it very thoroughly. So you can see it kind of just sits on the top. Kind of gross, but and the reason you want to stir it thoroughly is because it doesn't just like dissolve, it kind of clumps up and sticks together. So you really want to make sure that you are separating that and stirring it really well. Otherwise, you're going to be chewing it, basically. Done it, hate it, terrible. Does not taste good on its own. It does not have a flavor, so really it has to go based off of the flavor of whatever you're putting it in. So at this point, I've just finished stirring it up. And I have another thing I'm going to be putting it in. Putting in it rather. It's a mullein blend drops. And these are really supposed to help support respiratory health. For me, I have asthma, full disclosure again, and I often feel like I have just like a lot of mucus in my lungs. I constantly feel like I have to clear my throat. It always feels like there's something there. So I put the mullein blend. You take about one dropper after shaking it thoroughly, and you just put it in whatever drink that you're having. So I'm just going to add it to my little mixture here. And then also, again, stir it thoroughly because even though the collagen peptides do not have a taste, the mullein blend does. And it is not tasty. You don't want to drink that straight. It's really gross. So here, I'm just giving it a little extra stir, just seeing if it kind of mixed well enough, and lucky for me, seems to be good. Hey guys, so I am back and it is currently like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm finally doing my skincare. And listen, my motto is do it when you have the energy. And I didn't have the energy this morning, so I'm gonna do it now. Today we're gonna be using the same thing I use every time, plus one extra thing. I'm gonna be using my Cosrx. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I keep pronouncing it Corsix, but that's not even how it's spelled. But my snail mucin skincare. I have the advanced snail mucin gel cleanser, the advanced snail mucin 96 power essence, and the advanced snail 92 all-in-one cream, which they look the same. And then for my extra product I'm using today, I'm using the advanced nail hydrogen eye patches. Now, all of these were bought for me by my girlfriend, so shout out to her. And I absolutely love them. They make my skin feel so nice, but my skin has been really bad lately. If you can see all these breakouts, I have something really bad there. It's just, hasn't been happy. And part of the reason is because I haven't been doing my skincare consistently. So I'm doing it today to try to help my poor baby skin. I'm also drinking more water today. I know earlier I showed you I made my collagen water with my mullein drops in it to support my lung health, as well as hair, skin, nails, bones, for the collagen aspect of it. So I'm gonna start by just getting my face wet. All right, so I like to wet my face first before putting in the gel cleanser. I don't always do this, but I figure when I do actually wet my face first, it seems to be a little bit better than when I don't. So I just like to get it wet. I like to mix it in on my hands first and then go in, because sometimes if I don't dilute it, then it's just like sitting on my skin and I'm like, what's that doing? Yeah, so I honestly, right now I'm on my lunch break. Today has been kind of like I haven't had a lot of energy. I'm not super tired, but I just don't have energy to do much. And I do have a couple things that I need to finish up doing that I've been putting off. I realized I never put my light on. Okay, here we go. That's much better. But there's a couple things that I need to do that I've been putting off, like editing vlogs, laundry, all that jazz. so I just rinsed it off my face. I'm just gonna, hold on. I'm gonna go dry it real quick. I wish I had paper towels up here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So before I go into using the, before I go into using the serum and the moisturizer, I want to put the under eye patches on first because I don't want them to take anything off, and probably not going to keep them on for as long as I'm supposed to, just because I have only a 30-minute lunch break and I want to get this done before I go back. Just realized I have face wash still on my hands, but I gotta take the lid off. Oh, it comes with these tiny tweezers. So I'm just gonna go in, and there's big pieces and there's small pieces. I personally don't know why. I just use them however I want to. So in this example, I'm gonna be using the small pieces. Sometimes I go back and forth because I want to use all of it. Maybe that's why they add the small pieces in. Because like it's a round container and they fit completely in there. Hold on, I'll show you. Yeah, there we go. All right, so it's a round container. They fit completely in there, but you can't really see, but like there's these small pieces. And then if I move this, there's these larger pieces. And typically I do use the larger pieces to get more surface area, but I didn't want as much on my face today, so I opted to just use the little pieces. Could be using them wrong, not a professional, I don't know. I only know skincare to the extent of how it makes my skin feel, so this is what I'm gonna do because it feels nice. Also these, ooh, too close to the eye. These ones are super, super slippery, so they like to slide down. And then I'm gonna go and grab some tweezers and I'm gonna pluck my eyebrows while we're waiting for this to soak in. I'll be right back. So I got my little mirror here and my tweezers. I'm gonna make it so you can still see me. They're honestly not too bad. You can't really see it, but again, there's the little pieces that need to be cleaned up. See, this moved down. I'm sure that these pieces have to go somewhere else, but I don't have the energy to figure out where. So, hair. In the meantime, I'm gonna pluck these. But yeah, I have been working on following up on the claims for my girlfriend's car. Recently, she got, I don't even want to say a flat tire because there was an accident and she swerved to avoid the accident. But then in the process, she hit the curb and it like gashed her tire. So then we had to get a new tire, we had to file a claim with the insurance, and then shortly after that, somebody hit and run her car at work in the parking lot. And I know I've mentioned this before, I'm just doing a recap in case you haven't seen my other video, but basically I had to file 2 claims, and I'm the one who did the filing of the claims because things like this don't overwhelm me as much. And with like the claims and whatnot, there's like different paperwork, different things you have to file. She had to like file a police report and whatnot for the hit and run, which still got to mail in. But anything that has to do with like forms, filing, anything of that nature, I typically jump in to help handle because it just, my brain doesn't get as stressed out about it. So I personally do not mind helping. So I'm working on those because it's not just like you file it and then you're done. It's like you file it and then you have to follow up on it. And that's honestly the most annoying part because there's so much follow-up. There's like different reviews that they have to do. We got reimbursed for the hit and run, but now we have to bring the car to get fixed. So I have to find and schedule a time to bring the car to get fixed. We also were sent a check, so I have to get that cashed. Whole lot of steps to it, but that's what I'm working on. And I paused because I'm like, I know that there's more, I just can't think. So there's that. I also, like I mentioned earlier, I really need to do laundry. I've been putting it off for weeks now, and I have my ADHD mountain built back up in my closet, which I had last year, is it? What's that? Little hair? Sorry, I had a weird short hair. I was like, get out of there. But yeah, last year, Joanna had helped me clean my closet. It was looking good. We had organization. It looked great. But then life gets away from me and it just builds back up again. Oh, hold on. One of the cats wants to come in the bathroom. Hey, Ollie, you want to come in? You want to come in? Okay, I'll leave that open for you. The room that he hangs out in is right on the other side of the bathroom door, and the bathroom has a litter box. So he'll scratch at it to come in, and he doesn't even have to use the litter box. He just is nosy. But anyways, I'm going to switch to this one because I think I'm going to go over this with a razor because I'm just lazy. But yeah, anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about. Well, whatever, it'll come back to me, maybe. Oh wait, I remember. Yeah, so my ADHD mountain of clothes built up again, and whenever that happens, like at first I'm just too overwhelmed and I can't do laundry, which causes the buildup, or life is busy, I don't think about it, I don't have time set aside to do laundry, I don't have a specific day. Like my girlfriend does it, like she'll either do it on like Sunday sometimes, or Wednesdays, because usually she works from home Wednesdays. But I don't have a specific day just because I don't think about it. I don't like to think about it. It's not a priority in my head, which it honestly should be. But because of that, it builds up and then it gets really bad. And then because it's really bad, I can't do it because I'm overwhelmed by it. So I need to work on that. It's going along quicker than I thought. Nice. So I need to work on that. I also need to call my doctor. I gotta schedule a dentist appointment. I just have a lot that I have to do that I don't necessarily want to do. So it's all just kind of getting by the wayside, and like it drags me down and I get overwhelmed and it's really hard to think about. And then because I'm so stressed and overwhelmed by it, as soon as somebody else says like, oh, I'm having such a hard time, my brain goes, well, if you're having a hard time, I can't have a hard time. So I'm just not gonna have a hard time. And then the things get worse. So I'm working on not letting that be my reality. I am working on like finding a balance, helping others, but still taking care of what I need to for myself, which is difficult, but you know, I can do it. I just have to find a way that works for me. And for me, when I say that with my ADHD, when I say I need to find a way that works for me, I don't mean for forever. I just mean for now. For now. I just mean for now, because I can't always find something consistently that'll work, because it really depends on how my brain is processing information, what is easy in that moment, because just because something works one day doesn't mean it's going to work the next day. So I'm always changing in that sense, and I'm always having to adjust what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that part later in order to make it work for me, basically. So yeah, there's my life story. I'm gonna take these off now, rub this in. I'm gonna move that out of your face. Sorry about that. And then now we're gonna go in with our snail mucin. So I'm just gonna wet my face lightly again, not too much, just so that the serum has a chance to glide and not just sit. I want it to soak into my face, not sit on my face. And I just use my hands. I'm just gonna get in there. Technically I shouldn't put on my eyes, but I wasn't thinking about it. So we're just gonna rub it in, get it in everywhere. Good. Let that dry a little bit. Right now it's a little bit tacky. And then we're gonna go in with our all-in-one cream. So I can already feel it soaking into my face really quick. For the cream, I just use about that much, depending. I feel like some days I need a little bit more, but look at how gross that is. Nasty. I love it. We're gonna just mix that into our concoction on our face. Beautiful. Bring it down to the neck, and I try to push my neck out that way. The women in my family, I don't know about the men, because there's not a lot of men. I have 5 older sisters, but like my grandma, my mom, they've all warned me about how our necks start to droop as we get older. Specifically, like on my mom's side of the family, they suffer with that. So I like to try to push the skin back rather than bring it forward. I don't know if it'll help, but you know, I haven't done much research into it, so I'm just hoping for the best. All right, so now that we got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and actually get dressed because these are pajama clothes. These are obviously not my day-to-day clothes. So I'm gonna go get dressed and then we'll reconvene. I just left the bathroom to get changed and I'm wearing yoga pants. I really don't want to get up right now, but I'm wearing yoga pants. I'm wearing my Salem, Massachusetts t-shirt that I ended up cropping because it wasn't fitting the way that I wanted it to. And I'm sitting here. Sorry about that, I got distracted. So, sitting here, right, just sitting at my little desk, just hanging out, and I found a pair of hair cutting scissors. And you may be thinking, like, Moth, why do you just have hair cutting scissors? They were in my desk drawer. I went in there to find tiny little hair ties to braid my hair back, put it back into like little braids, buns, whatever. Found the hair cutting scissors. And one thing that has been on my mind, sorry, got distracted again. So where were we? Hair cutting scissors. I found hair cutting scissors in my desk drawer. Why is it in there? Don't ask me. I don't know. Also just realized that my AirPod was still in, and we know that the recording on that is shit. So even though I'm not supposed to be doing this right now, come join me as I trim my bangs. Alright, so basically, I know it's not perfect, but this is what I'm working with. So I'm gonna go ahead and look up a quick video how to trim these, and then we're gonna start cutting. So in the meantime, I do have some long pieces that I don't care. I'm just gonna trim these right now because they're bothering me. All right, so I'm gonna look up that video. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry, I watched the video, got into it. So far, I sectioned out the middle part and I cut straight across. And now I'm gonna try to even this out a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's straight enough in the sense where I'm just gonna kind of cut upwards. I think she called it point cutting. All right, so this is what we're working with. I'm gonna go back and watch the next part of the video and be right back before I cut this time, I swear. All right, so I didn't like how she was doing it. She did it different than the last time I cut my bangs. So I'm gonna do this. So I have half of my bangs, including the part that I just cut, and I'm gonna bring it at an angle. Try to push that out of the way here. Bring it at an angle, brush it out a little bit. And I'm gonna bring it across like this. Sorry, I had hair in my mouth. And then I'm gonna cut up at an angle. All right, so we got left side. This little piece, I just want to, good enough. All right, now we're gonna do the other side. Probably not gonna be perfect, Avi. I'm not a hairdresser. Yep, that wasn't too good. Probably not the most even, not the most beautiful, but my bangs were getting just a little bit too long. If I style them later, I'll show you. I won't make any promises, but you know, now it's done. Happy about that. All right, let's just give you guys a little close-up of what we're working with now. So obviously, again, not the most perfect, not the most beautiful, but let's see how it blends in with my hair. Yeah, it works. Would it have been better if I went to a hairdresser? Yes. Do every now and then I just get the urge to cut my own hair? Yes. Did that make me happy? Yes, it did. It wasn't exactly what I was hoping it would be, but again, if you're not going to go to a hairdresser, don't cry. It is what it is, but at the same time, if you cannot find a hairdresser who does what you want or is good, or if you're queer, is queer friendly, I am so sorry. Period. Right, now that I have hair all over me and hair in my hand that looks gross, I'm gonna go change again. I'll be back. All right, I put on Salem, Massachusetts t-shirt number 2, except this one has a stain on it. It didn't come out of the clean, so that's why. Anyhow, I do actually like kind of how these came out. Like I said, they're not perfect on the sides, but they don't have to be. I'm not mad that they're not perfect, but I think that they're nice. I think they fall a little bit better, a little bit higher, and I appreciate that. So happy with that. And now I have some things that I do need to focus on that I kind of have to like pedal to the metal to get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to that. But as you can see, my room behind me is kind of messy if you saw in the last shot. I am gonna try to like 10-second tidy it at some point today. And if I do get to it, I will definitely record and let you guys see the before and after this time. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead, power through what I gotta do, and I'll talk to you later. So here I decided randomly to just do this Miracle Patch Blackhead Removing or Blackhead Control Pore Melting Pack. It was something that me and my girlfriend picked up on one of our trips, and I've only used it once before, but it seems to work pretty good. I started off, I washed my nose, and then I dabbed it to make sure it was dry. And then starting with step 1, you start by putting on the pore melting sheet. And it is really, it's really not too intensive. Once you get out of the strip, all you have to do is put it on your nose and let it sit there. It is stinky, so just so you know, it does have an odor to it. But it's really simple. You just pop it on there, and then you let it sit for you let it sit for 15 minutes. Okay, at this point, this has been sitting on my nose for 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna take it off. It doesn't smell good. It smells like a marker. It's kind of gross. You can't really see much of a difference. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little guy. Lightly press him. Again, you can't see much. Hold on, let me put you down. All right, so you can't really see. I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more and see if I can get more for you to see. All right, it's been a couple seconds. Ew, you can kind of see it a bit better now. Yeah, that's nasty. Not much of a big difference. Like you can see some on here even. Yeah, look how gross. But it's not crazy big difference. My nose does feel kind of clean. All right, so I have to take a break from doing that. My nose is getting really irritated. So this is step 3, which I think I might have just, I was gonna say I thought I put on backwards, but I don't think I did. Okay, cool. All right, so this is step 3. Basically, you put this on, leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes. Alexa, set an alarm for 15 minutes. I just spilt it everywhere. And then afterwards, remove and pat excess essence into the skin. And then you put like a lotion on. So I'm gonna let this sit for 15 minutes, let it soothe my poor little nose. And then, yeah, we'll just put on some lotion. It's nothing crazy, like, I don't know if I feel like this product has been hyped up a little bit. It definitely makes it easier to use like tools like this to like push the blackheads out. However, it's not like a, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing ever, in my opinion. So I think it works decently well. Would I buy it again? No. But I am curious to see, like, in the future, like, what if I use this for step 1 first? It's called like the pore melting sheet, and then you put on like a nose strip that's supposed to like pull them out of your nose. It's like a charcoal one. I'm wondering if that would get like even more of them out, and then follow up with this. So we'll try that in the future. Probably not today because I don't want to irritate my nose too much. But yeah, a little impromptu.